Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Osil, and today I have quite the update on my project pan to show you. I have reached my goal on a bunch of things. I still have a lot to work on, but I also have to say, if you've seen some of my previous videos, you know that I've been struggling with eye infections, severely dry eyes, like problems with my eyes. And I've had to declutter a lot of things, most of my eye makeup, because of that. And that affects some products that I had in my project pan. So you will see as I go along that I had to give up some of the products in my project pan. So I think for that reason, and also because I've managed to finish or reach my goal on a lot of these products, I will be rolling in some new things to work on. I've had a period of time now that I haven't been able to use makeup because of my health issues. And so there's a few things that I wish I did have better progress on, but it is what it is. So we're just going to go through the list of things and I'll update you on my progress. So first off, we have the Makethemake Niacinamide Soft Focus Primer. This was 30 grams at my last update. It is now 23 grams. I was a little bit unsure if I was going to keep this in my project pan in my last update because I wasn't sure if this caused me to sort of like peel with the combination of this and my foundation, or what was causing the peeling. I think my conclusion is maybe my moisturizer that I don't use anymore because it has gotten a lot better after I stopped using the moisturizer from Beleda in the green tube. Or it could be the fact that I've taken some more time to let my SPF dry before I continue with my makeup application. Nevertheless, I don't think this was the issue, so I'm going to continue to include this in my project pan. I have come a long way. So there's not much product left in here, I think. And I think that by my next update, this will be gone. I don't have my Milani eyeshadow primer to show you here because I have decluttered it, and it is one of the makeup items I had to get rid of because of my health issues. So it is what it is, but I did get some really good use out of it. I was very close to finishing it. I probably had, I'm guessing that it would probably have lasted for the majority of this year still, but at the same time, like, I was at the end of the tube, so I'm okay with it, even though I didn't get the satisfaction of seeing it being completely empty. So that is decluttered. Then we have the, oh yeah, the Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation. I believe this was my only empty last time, so I'm done with that. The Sigma Correcting Duo in light to medium, I have also decluttered for the same reason as my Milani Eye Primer. If I didn't say, the Milani Eye Primer, it was just fine. It worked somewhat okay. It did crease a little bit with some eyeshadows, and I did miss, because I had the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and it did sort of cover and created a good, just a better base for my eyeshadow, I feel like. Yeah, I just miss a little bit of coverage from my eyeshadow primer, so I don't know if I'm going to repurchase that one. But with the Sigma Correcting Duo, I did enjoy that product quite a bit, but not as much as my favorite Charlotte Tilbury corrector. But I do think it's a really good color corrector, and I might repurchase it someday. We'll see. I am calling the Natasha Denona Hy-glam concealer done now, even though I haven't taken out the stopper. I haven't completely scraped out every single bit of product, but I have used this 97% up, I would say. So I'm going to consider this to be a full empty. And I absolutely love this concealer. It's the shade N2. It's a little bit slightly too dark or too yellow underneath my eyes, but it works perfectly on the rest of my face. But I did decide to purchase more affordable concealer after this. So, but sometime in the future, I will most likely, there's a wasp outside. Okay, I will most likely repurchase. I also completely finished the Fourth Ray Fresh AF Energizing Mist. I had pretty much nothing left last time. It was just a tiny little bit of product. Not going to repurchase. Didn't really love it. I don't feel like it did much for me. So I'm glad that I'm done with this one. Then we have my Caia That Dewy Look setting spray and glow setting spray. And I was here at my last update, and now I'm down to here. I would have been done with this one if I wore makeup all the time since my last update, but we're talking probably like maybe like a month or so that I haven't worn makeup. So for that reason, I wasn't able to completely finish this, but this is a really nice setting mist, and I do see myself repurchasing this at one point. It's really nice. Really nice for normal to dry skin, to give me a little bit of that glow and dewy look. Then we have the number 7 Lip and Cheek Tint in Dusk Pink. This was 12 grams at my last update, and now we're down to 11. And I've used this pretty much every single time I've done my makeup. I have focused more on this than the other cream liquid blush that I have in the project pan. So I made more progress on this one. I feel like it's very close to being finished. I can barely, like, I can't hear anything when I shake it, and I'm having a hard time getting any product out. So I think we're very close, but I might be wrong. I do really enjoy this one, but I have other cream blushes that I like even more, like the other one in my project pan. So I don't think I will repurchase this, but I do like this one a lot. I don't like the scent. That's like the only thing that I don't love about this. It has a very strong chemical scent to it. The other cream blush that I have included in my project pan is this like travel mini size of the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wand in Pillow Talk. And this is a really nice one. It's beautiful, but I haven't used it in a while since I've been focusing more on the other one. And hopefully by my next update I will be done with this one and just have started focusing more on this one. I have also included a powder blush in this project pan. It is the Milani Luminoso. And I will say that for all my powder products that I have included, I've scraped off the top layer and sprayed it with rubbing alcohol to get rid of any, or try to get rid of any germs. So for that reason, it has sort of helped me a little bit with the progress, but I have used this every single time I've done my makeup pretty much. And so let's see, you can see a good dent there now, and you can see some progress, but again, I've gotten some help with that scraping of the top layer. But I can definitely see that this blush is well used now, and compared to when I first introduced this to the project pan, it didn't really look like it had been used at all. And this is one of my oldest blushes, so I'm glad that it is getting some love, and I still really enjoy it. On my cheeks today, it's been a while since I did my makeup, and I'm like very light-handed these days because I have minimal makeup on. But I've paired this with a lip product actually today. I'm going to show you in just a bit. So it is what I have on. I will say though that the weight hasn't changed on the Milani blush. It was 43 grams on my last update and it's still 43 grams. Same with the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. I did scrape off the top layer of that one too, but I've used it a ton since then, and you can see a little bit of progress here, I feel like, since my last update. I do really enjoy this bronzer. I think it's so easy to work with and it looks really nice and natural. I have a tiny bit of the bronzer on right now. I don't even know if you can see it, but I'm sorry about my voice today. I'm still struggling with my cold. Had the same cold for since February. Anyways, this was 52 grams at my last update and now we're down to 50 grams. I'm pretty much at the same spot with my Essence Super Last 24 Hours Eyebrow Pomade Pencil. Just because I've been putting off making the eyebrow comparison video for a while now because I just haven't been able to film. But my plan is to do that very, very soon, and so this brow pencil will be gone soon. And like I said in my last update, I've only kept this tiny little bit of product left just so I'm able to swatch it in my future video. Future video? Future video. Sorry. Yeah, so hopefully you will see a brow video coming up soon. The Isadora inliner kajal in blonde and the Makeup Store eyeliner in Desert Flower I've decluttered. It is gone again because of my health issues with my eyes, and I'm really sorry about that, but I have since repurchased the inliner and hopefully someday I will be able to use it. Then we have my Milani mascara. I did use this between 5 to 6 months before I call it quits, and that's when I call it empty no matter how much product is left. I did also quit using it for the natural reason of me having trouble with my eyes. So it's done. I had a love-hate relationship with it. I went up and down with enjoying this and not enjoying it. It was difficult to use at times, but in the end I did like it. Don't know if I liked it enough to repurchase it. We'll see. I think maybe not. Then we have all the eyeshadows that I had to declutter. The Inglot gold shade that I wanted to track to see how many uses it took to hit pan on this. I did use this 67 times after I started tracking it, but I know that all in all I did use it probably more than 100 times, and I still didn't manage to hit pan on it, which is fine. It was just a little experiment, but it shows me that the Inglot eyeshadows does last for a long time. I'm constantly being reminded that I'm not ready to wear eyeshadow again. Oh my god. Alright, next I have my Luna eyeshadow. I was originally trying to hit pan on this, and then I did the very first day of the project pan, and then my next goal was to try to finish it. I never got that far. I used it like 3 times before I couldn't use eyeshadow anymore, but this is my all-time favorite eyeshadow. Makeup Geek Luna is the name, and it's a little bit of an undescribable eyeshadow color. It's like light pink, gold, rosy, yeah, beautiful metallic shade, which I've also tried to find a dupe for, which was very, very hard, and I'm not even sure if I managed to do that, but we'll see. And then lastly, the Beautybay Pastels palette. There's no progress here either. I did hit pan on the Cloud Free shade. But there's no like progress since my last update there because again I wasn't able to use eyeshadows. And so yeah, as you've seen previously, I have decluttered all of these, and yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it because it makes me really sad. But anyways, next we have my Catrice lip oil. I did scrape out every single bit of it, but now that I've had it laying in my empties bag, a little bit of product here has sort of gathered, but still I will call this done. It was about halfway done in my last update. I'm going to be kind to myself now and call this done. I was starting to react a little bit on my lips with this one as well, so I didn't want to stretch it. So this is in empties now, as well as the ColourPop Lumiere lip liner. I was sharpening this lip liner and the whole like product fell into the sink, so that kind of just ended the whole life of this lip liner. I'm fine with it. I was struggling a little bit with this one. I do really love this color, but I'm just, lip liner is just, so far I don't feel it's my thing. I don't feel comfortable with it, but that might be because I just haven't found the right one yet. I don't know. But I do really enjoy these shades. It looks so weird on me. I don't know what it is. So I'm officially done with this. Got some help with finishing it clearly. But this is where I was at last time. This is now for the lip liner. Then we have my Sun Bum Banana SPF lip balm. I have very low progress on this one. You can barely see any difference. And the main reason for that is I kind of make sure to use it on those sunny days, and we haven't had too much sun. But also, it smells delicious. I love that fake banana scent, but I just feel like it's kind of drying on me now that I've used it a little bit more than I have previously. I don't know. I'm gonna have to experiment a little bit more because I do suspect that one of the other lip products has gone bad, but I'm going to continue to keep this in my project and we'll see if I react to this one as well. But it is, I know for a fact that it is drying out my lips, which is not good. We have my everyday lip balm, the Lip Glam 100% natural lip balm. It has gone down by 1 gram. It was 13 grams at my last update, and now we're down to 12 grams. This is a nice lip balm. I can tell that it's starting to get older now, and I just want to get this out of the way. I'm guessing we're like down to here or something. Yeah, hopefully I'm done with this by my next update. We have my Essence Natural Tint Color and Care Lip Balm. This was completely flattened out at in my last update, and even a little bit more than that. I have since tried to scrape out even more of this product. So this is what it looks like now. And even though there's still product left in here, I could technically scrape out more. It doesn't smell bad or anything, but I am going to call this done. I'm just, yeah, I feel like I'm done stretching out products that just might be too old anyways. I'm done with that. So this is done now. I feel like I did a good job. I've used up, I mean, I will call this done, right? Or am I cheating? Do you feel like I'm cheating by leaving out a little bit of product there? Because I do know from experience that there's still quite a bit of product left after you flatten out a product. But yeah, I'm gonna call this done. Let me know if you feel like I'm cheating on this. Then we have my ColourPop Lippy Sticks, the lip product that I've been wanting for so long, and I was kind of disappointed by the shade because it's more of a beigey mauve rather than a pinky mauve. The shade name is Oh Snap, and this is what it looks like now. I have pretty much only used this as a blush. I don't really enjoy this on my lips. It is what I have underneath my Milani Luminoso today, and I think it works just great as a blush shade, and so I'm going to continue to use it as that. The progress is, here you can see the progress. We have my Makeupmekka lipstick in Lovely. I have just really started to use this like actively now that I'm done with some of the other lip products in my project pan. So this is what it's looking like now. It is not my favorite. I do feel like it accentuates like my dry patches and things like that. So I only use a little bit of it each time. So it takes a while for me to finish this, but even if I don't finish it this year, at least I will get good use out of it. As you might see, you can barely see that there's a progress there. I didn't reach my goal on the Essence This Is Me Real lipstick. My goal was to use it 10 times, and I did. There's no really progress since my last update, you know, visually, but I'm glad I got some use out of this. It's a beautiful lipstick, but I'm just not into opaque, dark, colorful lipsticks anymore. I like it to be sheer, hydrating, and natural looking. So I guess that comes with getting older. I don't know. But then we have the Milani 68 Matte Iconic lipstick. No progress here. I don't think I've used it since my last update. I only have 5 uses on this lipstick, and so no progress here at all. It doesn't smell bad or anything, but didn't this smell like vanilla previously? I might be wrong. I think this is my oldest lipstick, and even having this in my project pan, I still have a hard time reaching for it. So it's like a once in a year kind of lipstick. It's so beautiful to have that one time you want to act like Marilyn Monroe, and then the 364 other days of the year you don't think about this lipstick. It's one of those. Then this is the lip product I'm a little bit iffy about. There's not much product left in this one. I have made some progress. It was 10 grams in my last update. It's now down to 9 grams. But I think this lip product has caused me a little bit of a rash or reaction on my lips. I think it's this one. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't look bad. It actually looks a little bit like yellowy at the tip where it's like dried down a little bit. And I wonder what that is all about. And it worries me. It's the Clarins Natural Lip Perfector in #1. It's a great product, but when it's giving me these kinds of concerns, I just want to let this go. So I'm going to declutter it now. And yeah, I'm done with it. I did get some good use out of it, and it's a nice product. It's not cruelty free, unfortunately, so I won't repurchase it, but I did really enjoy it. But now I feel like I don't want to risk anything anymore. I believe I was done with the Essence Stay 8-Hour Lip Liner in, I think it's Now or Never. I'm completely done with it. I don't remember if I was last time, so I'm just gonna mention this, but it was a beautiful lip liner. Mainly used it as a blush the last sort of period, and yeah, completely done with this one. Then we have the e.l.f. Wow Brow Tinted Gel in, I believe it's neutral brown. I'm completely done with this one. I know that some people take out the stopper of these ones as well. I haven't. I just feel like that's going to clump up a lot of the product. So when I can't get anything more out of it without taking the stopper out, I consider myself done. There's still a bit of like fibers left here, either my actual eyebrow hairs or it is a part of the formula. But anyways, I'm done. This is completely dry now. The last few times I've just used it to kind of comb through my brows, but it is officially empty. I have another one waiting for me, so I'm going to start using that now. And I absolutely love these brow gels, so it's going to be a repurchase for like forever for me, I think. Really affordable, cruelty-free, great product. For reference, I like brows to look more natural. I don't like the laminated look or the full-on brow look. I just want natural brows. So that's why I like this, because I feel like it makes my brows look a little bit fuller, but in a natural way. I have also reached my goal on my Makeupmekka all-in-one eyebrow palette. Last time I had hip pan on one side, but then my goal was also to hip pan on the other side, which I did. So I have reached my goal on this product. It is really nice, super affordable, a Norwegian cruelty-free brand, so really enjoy this. The package is broken, but other than that, I love it. Also, I'll mention this Dior Show Maximizer 4D Lash Primer Serum from Dior. I haven't yet started to use this because I'm so uncertain with my eyes that when I do wear mascara now, I only use this like single use wand, and I'm just very careful with any type of eye makeup these days. So I'm just going to wait on this one before I introduce it to my eyes, but hopefully I will get around to use it this year. And I believe those were all the products that I have currently in my project pan. There is a few products I want to roll in now and start working on. For instance, this ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. I'm sure you're getting sick of me talking about this, using this, showing this, including this, but it's one of my favorite products, and I just repurchased this. This right here was like my last bottle, and then I purchased some ColourPop eyeshadows, and I decided to include one of these in my order as well. So no, I don't have to save this anymore, and so I've already used quite a bit since I started using this. I don't know, maybe like a month ago or so. And so I want to include this and try using it up by the end of the year. So that's that. And then I'm trying to figure out, I've opened both of these mascaras now. I have this Clinique High Impact Mascara in black on my eyes today, just a very light layer. And then I've had this open for 2 weeks. I opened this one yesterday. I've had this open for 2 weeks approximately, the Bare Minerals Strength and Length Serum Infused Mascara. I just feel like this gave me sort of raccoon eyes. It was very smudgy, and so I decided to open up a second mascara, and I feel like this is not as bad, but very similar. So I think maybe it's just me and my eyes that are kind of running. I'm constantly applying eye drops. I'm rubbing my eyes like I have issues with my eyes. So maybe it's not the mascara. We'll see. I'm going to continue to use these and try to figure it out, experiment a little bit. But hopefully I can settle on one of the mascaras and then try to use that one up. But I haven't decided which one just yet. As for my brow products, once I'm done with the the brow pencil that is included. Like I said, just a little nip left, probably one or two uses left of it. I'm going to try to use up these new brow pencils that I have. I have barely used these yet because I know once I start using them actively, they will be gone within a week or two. That's my theory. So I'm going to wait on these until I'm done with my brow video. I have been using this one now just because I know that this lasts longer because it's one of those triangular shaped ones. They're like thicker, sort of. And so this is what I'm using right now. But I think once I'm done with the video that I'm planning to make on brows or brow products, I just want to try to finish all of these 3. So technically, all of these 3 are going to be included in my project. Or maybe 4. We'll see. Maybe even these 4. This is one of those micro fine brow pens. And these are all retractable micro fine pencils. But I'll be more clear on that in my next update. But I see myself probably being done with 1 or 2, or maybe even 3 of these brow products by my next update. We'll see. We'll see how fast I get around to do that brow video. And then as for lip products, since I have either decluttered, used up, or reached my goal on a lot of these lip products that I had in my project pan, I do want to roll in some new ones, like this lip pencil. This is the Kiko Smart Fusion Lip Pencil in the shade 503. This is the size of it now. Quite a bit of product left here. Like, I don't see myself using this up this year, but I do want to get some use out of it. So this is a swatch of that lip liner. A very beautiful nude pink, I would say. Very creamy, very nice. So my goal is to use it up, but I don't think I will. Summer is around the corner any minute now, and I want to make sure to use my other SPF lip product. This is the Linda Hallberg Fantastic in Pink Opal. I think the SPF is still good on this, so I just want to make sure to get as much use out of it this summer as possible. And this is my starting point. It is what I have on my lips today, actually. It's just really natural, a very nice hydrating product. I really enjoy this one, and it's great that it has, I think it's SPF 30. It's not 50. It could be 15, but I believe it's 30. Yeah, and I love the shade. Like, it's just like a sheer natural color. And then I want to include a new lip gloss. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Bath in Pillow Talk. And I have marked it so you can see where I'm starting out with this. And so I've only used a little bit here. This might take me a while. I have no idea really. But this is what I want to work on next. I really enjoy the lip baths from Charlotte Tilbury. And I think that's it. So yeah, that was a long update. I hope you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much if you did, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again in my next one. Bye!